Books aren't anything gonna change your life. It's never gonna change your life. Let's just be honest with you. Until or unless if you're not willing to implement those things with pure discipline, with obsession, you're not gonna implement in your life. That's just not gonna work. Okay, you're gonna know these things, but how are we gonna execute it? Have you ever thought about that? If not, maybe you should do it right now. But I always try to read books and know more about the things like psychology, marketing, and as a content creator myself, I must know about those things, of course. I would like to make this very much more clear that any piece of content you watch on YouTube, or no matter what book you read, the 80% of the book in most cases will be repeated or something which is not that much useful to you according to the book you're reading. So this doesn't just applies on books, it also applies on the self-improvement video we all watch in daily lives. As if you want to self-improve, like you're watching this video right now, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's always better to consume something better or something good instead of just consuming that cheap dopamine out of that reels on Instagram or YouTube shorts you watch on your daily life, which is just gonna stay there in your brain for a few minutes, and then you're gonna stop feeling for carving for more of those to just feel good. And that's one of the worst things out there which can happen to you. Getting to the point, the main purpose of this video is to make you realize just reading self-improvement books and consuming all that knowledge and just making sure that you're staying motivated is not gonna help you out at all. I have been through this for an entire year. I have wasted a year of my life, and just because of that reason, I don't want you to repeat this mistake. I have realized this very well. As far as you're not willing to implement anything, I would rather tell you that don't watch any of this and just walk. There is a lot much more benefit from just walking. You will fail, it will take more longer time, but as far as you don't train your brain to execute what you learn, there is no point in consuming all this knowledge and all of these things and learning from others and just making sure that you remember it in your brain and never implement it in your life. That is something, the worst thing you could ever do in your entire life. I have been through it, and that's the only reason I'm telling you this. I hope you understand what I'm trying to convey over here with this entire video, and if you did, consider subscribing. It will help me out a ton. This entire channel is not for motivation source at all. I would consider it's just me telling the mistakes I have made so you guys can learn from it, and while I would also love to tell more about my self-improvement things, what I have learned during this time, which will help all the people who are at the same stage as me. Nowhere big or small, just me in a stage where I'm walking around this entire path, and you can join me and learn with me, I would consider, and that would be really great, to be honest. But always remember, as far as you're not willing to implement them, there is no point. That's gonna be me, Prahant, signing out of this one. Trust the process.